It's Late Night Saturday with Tim Kavanagh. Tonight, Doug Knapp. With musical guest, Shell House. And the Lyric Theater. And now from Alumni Auditorium, here's Tim.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Whoa. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show, folks. I'm seeing a lot of red out in the studio audience tonight. Look at that. Spring is upon us, and you know spring is upon us because of all the presidential candidates. Did you folks hear that Barack Obama went to Claremont, New Hampshire recently? Did you know that? Yeah, unfortunately, once he got there, the most common question asked was, what's it like being the best golfer in the world? Yeah. Over in Spain, a matador is recovering after suffering a double goring which severed an artery and eviscerated both of his testicles. Eviscerated both of his testicles. Amazingly, the young matador plans on being back in action in about 3 weeks' time. This proves one thing, folks. You don't have to have your balls to be a bullfighter. Yeah! Eviscerated. In Rio de Janeiro, a house built entirely of trash is being preserved as a model for recycling in a government anti-pollution campaign. This is a little bit different than the folks over in Plattsburgh, where the houses have the trash living inside. I don't write it. A new study shows that playing action video games can increase a person's vision. Unfortunately, it also impairs the ability to get laid. Yep. And how about this? Wedding planners are reporting a record number of couples looking to get married on 7707, hoping that the number will be lucky. With that line of thinking, in 7 years' time, we'll see 7 times the number of divorces from the 7 million dumbasses getting married on that date. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, brace yourselves, folks. We have a terrific show for you tonight. We have Doug Knapp with us. We will hear the musical group Shell House. And a special surprise visit from Lyric Theater's Guys and Dolls will be with us. But before we get to all that, it's time to go up to the studio audience and give away a prize. We do it with Lois the Hot Dog Lady and the word of the week.
If your coffee break answer you'd like to embellish, we've got a feature you're sure gonna relish. It'll brighten your demeanor. Will it make you feel smart? Bet your wiener. Come on, let's take a peek. Here's Lois with the word of the week.
Hardihood.
Hardihood. How are you?
Very well, how are you?
Good. I'm Tim. Your name is?
Emily.
Emily. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Emily, where are you from?
Burlington.
From Burlington. So you came all the way in for the show. Are you here to see anyone special?
Yes.
Me. Great. Good. Thank you. Anyone else?
Bob Tier from Shell House.
Oh, yes. All right. Wonderful. All right. Are you familiar with how to play the game?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to show you the word one more time. You'll have 2 choices. And then if correct, you're going to go ahead and we're going to give a spin on the wheel and you'll win a prize. So let's see that word one more time.
Hardihood.
Hardihood is the word. Is hardihood bold and daring, or is hardihood another name for a rubber prophylactic?
Bold and daring.
It is. Is she correct? Is it bold and daring? All right. That means the lovely Miss Jen Jen. Go ahead and spin that wheel. Let's find out exactly who that's going to land on. All kinds of wonderful sponsors up there right now. And let's find out exactly what that's going to land on for you. That's slowing down. Oh, I'm seeing a couple different things. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. It has just landed on Lyric Theater. I think this is 2 weeks in a row. It has now landed on Lyric Theater. You've just won a $50 gift certificate to Lyric Theater. You can use it for Guys and Dolls, which is their upcoming performance in April, the 12th through the 15th. We're going to find out a little bit more about them later on. Or you can use it for upcoming shows. I know that they've got West Side Story coming up, and they also have Beauty and the Beast coming up in the future. So you choose wisely. Their shows are always great. You've also won this. Where is it, Miss Jen Jen? Jed's Maple Mud. It's delicious. You can do anything with it. And it is mud season after all. You can get that at jedsmaple.com. Be sure to tune in to Classic Hits Cool 105 for details about tonight's show. And we'll be right back with more Late Night Saturday.
Yo, it was like...
All right. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the show, folks. If you'd like to be a member of the studio audience, we invite you to be here. You can go to the University Mall at South Burlington's University Mall, check out the customer service desk, pick up your free tickets there, or log on to our own website, www.latenightsaturday.com. All right, you know what? It's time to find out our picture of the week. I told you last week that we are picking up members of our staff. This picture right here, again, from Annalisa Parent of Parent Studios. She is our staff photographer. And this picture on here is, of course, myself, thinking of other things than the show. And pictured there is Bill Mahler. He is our producer of Late Night Saturday. Again, all volunteers here at Late Night Saturday. Yes, Bill puts in many, many hours, as do all the staff members here at Late Night Saturday. And we thank Bill and all the hardworking staff. And you know what? We've checked in with our odd couple a few weeks ago. It's now time to check in with them once again. Here they are, Late Night Saturdays, Odd Couple.
Meow 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 meow
bumpy road, huh?
Can't really feel anything myself.
They're good tires. You're really, you're so responsible.
I know.
We're going to make great pet owners.
Oh, aren't we?
Yes, yes.
Meow 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 meow.
I don't know. Listen, I can tell you this, though. I can assure you that no animal was harmed during the taping of that segment. Yeah, thank you. Okay. How the hell did PETA get my phone number anyways? I don't know. Well, you can tell that spring has sprung because the daisies are out right now. Yes, I'm joined by the lovely Hot Box Dolls of Lyric Theater's Guys and Dolls. Hello, ladies.
Hi. I love Tim, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck. A hug around the neck and a barrel and a heap, a barrel and a heap, and I'm talking in my sleep about Tim, about Tim, about Tim. My heart is leaping, having trouble sleeping, 'cause I love Tim, a bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do. Doodle doodle doodle, doodle doodle doodle, doodle doodle doodle.
Nice. My goodness. Woo. Doodle. Yes, doodle, doodle, doodle something, I think. My, ladies, how are you? Yeah, you have a big show, a big production coming up. Is that correct?
It's a big show.
Yeah. What's the name of the show?
Guys. It's all.
Right. Right. And it's going to be at the Flynn Theater coming up this April, the 12th through the 15th. Tell us about the show. What's in it?
Some guys. And
Oh.
Actually, it's a family show about sex and gambling.
Oh, nice. Great. Beautiful. Right, because I wasn't sure if you're the cast of Guys and Dolls or the best little whorehouse in Texas. So let's find out about tickets, shall we? How can people get tickets to Guys and Dolls?
With money, I think.
That would probably help. Can they go online, maybe?
Online? Yes. Right, if you stand in line There's tickets?
Oh, really? All right. Okay, well, let me try and help them out. Folks, Guys and Dolls will be presented by Lyric Theater. It is New England's largest community theater. It will be put up at the Flynn Theater here in Burlington on April 12th through the 15th. And for tickets, you can go to 86 Flynn, or for more information, you can go to Lyric's website at www.lyrictheatervt.org. Yeah. Now, you ladies just stay comfortable. We want to tell you some other things that are going on. One of our very own staff members, Nathan Brady Crane, has just launched his latest album called Piss of Fire.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice,
I think I had that one.
Yeah, it's a family album. Brady has performed on a show in the past and is part of the Late Night Saturday writing team, and we want to wish him good luck. For information about Brady, you can visit his website at www.nathanbradycrane.com. Well, I certainly have had a treat having the ladies here, but I think it's time for our studio audience to have a treat, and that's because right now we want everyone to start thinking outside of the buns. Yeah. And by buns, I mean Taco Bell. Here's the staff of South Burlington's Taco Bell in the University Mall. They brought in tacos for everybody here in the studio audience. That's right. And there is more Late Night Saturday coming up right after this with Doug Knapp. Stick around. All right, thank you very much, and welcome back to the show. Special thanks to Floyd and his staff from Taco Bell in South Burlington for feeding our studio audience tonight. All right, tonight's guest is a self-taught artist born in Montpelier who always had a passion for drawing. His work often includes his wonderful and occasionally dark sense of humor. Please welcome Doug Knapp. Welcome, Doug.
Thanks.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Thank you. Yep,
Good.
thanks.
It's spring has sprung here. You might have seen that a little bit earlier on in the show.
Right.
That means that you're going to be taking to Church Street here pretty soon.
I may take the Church Street a little bit. Yeah.
You try and get out there. You do a little bit of street performing during the summer months.
Yeah, I like to do some kind of just reciting some poetry, not necessarily my own, but I find it kind of fascinating to just get out on the street and you're out there naked.
You do this naked?
I do it naked.
Okay.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, and it's interesting. You make money off other people's poetry. Is that what you're saying too?
I know it's probably not even legal.
It doesn't matter. It's a late night show.
Just a few tips.
Right. People are either sleeping while they watch the show or they're drunk. It doesn't matter.
Right.
They won't remember.
Right.
I'm familiar with some of your work. I enjoy some of it, especially the animals. You do a lot with animals, and one that really sticks out in mind is you have this grizzly bear or this bear, and it just has a very interesting face on it.
Okay. Yeah.
Where do you get your inspiration for some of your artwork? I know that you're self-taught, so it's amazing in that fact.
Well, I study art. I've studied a lot on my own. I have, giant collection of imagery that I use, and I've always, in terms of the animals, I've just always been fascinated by animals. It's kind of a softer side of myself. I have an edgier side too, but I've always liked doing a lot of animals.
An edgier side, describe for us an edgy piece of art.
Sometimes I just wish I could pee on everything in the whole world. That's a dog image.
Okay.
But that's sort of a combination. It's an animal image, and yet it's a little edgy.
Right.
If I was to say that just myself, it brings it into another realm. But with the dog,
I wasn't quite sure where we were going to go with it.
I know. It's like ironically that was it's been my most popular image, far above any other cards that I've done. So that's kind of interesting.
So it's a dog that's urinating.
As dogs often do. Mm-hmm. Like to mark their spot.
Yeah. And a lot of your note cards, there's not really anything inside of them. So
most of my own cards are blank, although I recently did a new line. I think you have some samples or something. And some of those are what they call in the industry as being greeted.
Being greeted. Okay. So
a lot of people don't know. Oh, well, I got this card. Well, what am I going to say? it helps some people.
Well, I think that's really nice though when you're able to do something like that, because you know you have a nice expression on the front. I know we're showing a different one, but the one that's in my hand right now says "Ain't Life Great,"
Right.
and that says a lot right there. And then you can just add your own message, or the person who buys the card
Right.
can go ahead and put their own message inside.
Yeah, some of these are greeted and some of them aren't. You can get some of them without the greeting.
Yeah.
Or like you say, make your own.
And they're all printed locally, is that correct?
No, this is actually a line of cards that I designed for a company in Minnesota. They're called Artists to Watch.
Wow.
So, yeah, their daughter is a UVM student, and they became aware of my stuff, and so they asked me to maybe do these.
Interesting.
So I did those.
You know, there's the whole art side of you.
Right.
And then there's the writer side of you. You combine it a little bit too, because you do have a cartoon that you do in 7 days. Is that correct?
I used to have. I mean, I haven't done that for quite a while, but I did. Yeah, I used to. And I've even done something for the Free Press. But it's interesting because combining the writing and the imagery.
Yeah.
I've always written and I've always drawn kind of, but I never put the two together until I stopped smoking cigarettes. And for some reason, I noticed this anyways. For some reason, a wall seemed to kind of disappear, and so the words just kind of fit together with the
and that was a result of you stopping.
I don't know
smoking.
if it was.
Was it tobacco cigarettes you were
tobacco
smoking? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just checking.
Yeah. That was an earlier time.
Right, okay. Now you just finished up a play as well. You're also a playwright, is that correct?
Well, I wouldn't really call myself a playwright, although I did end up calling this one-man show a one-man play. I started out calling it a monologue embedded with raps, rants, raves, poetry, blah, blah, blah. And then the more I kind of did it, I just, this is really more like a play. It sort of seems to make you wonder what's going to happen in the second act. And so then halfway through it, I started calling it a one-man play.
And you just performed that where was it done?
At the Flynn Theater, and at the Flynn Space,
okay.
the small black box downstairs.
And is it hard for you to go ahead and write and do artwork all at the same time? How do you juggle the two?
It's sometimes you get words, sometimes you get imagery, sometimes you have to really work for one to figure out the rest, kind of.
Absolutely. Oh, I know that problem right there.
Yeah, right. So
you also do like raps and rants. There's all kinds of things. We talked about you performing on Church Street. If folks wanted to get more information about you, where's the best place for them to go?
You can go to my website, dougknapp.com.
Okay.
And
you also have displays of work locally as well too. Where can people see some of that work?
Frog Hollows. I have paintings that I do at all three Frog Hollows in Vermont. I do in May. I'll start selling prints and some drawings and maybe a few paintings at the Firehouse Gallery that coincides with the art market.
Wonderful.
in the
All
summer,
right. So there's a lot of choices out there, and folks at home, you can find out about that or go to the website. Doug Knapp, it's a pleasure having you with us.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with Show House right after this. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mamma Mia's Pizzeria. We're more than just pizza, offering a full menu of traditional Italian cuisine. Gateway Plaza, South Burlington.
Yeah, Mamma Mia's Pizzeria. Tonight's musical guest's latest CD, Boomerang, contains 12 original gems of intelligent, melodically, and instrumentally vibrant rock. Please welcome the Vermont-based group Shell House.
There's an imperial wind blowing across the land, and a feverish greed in a sinister hand. There are dangerous men, and they have control. They feed their fire while they sell our soul. Testing out a lie to see if it'll fly. They've already sold us what we didn't want to buy. Now they're trying other one. They're testing out a lie to see if it applies. They're testing out a lie. They're inch by inch, oh baby, yard by yard, to face the truth. You know it's sometimes hard. Patriotism must not be blind. Stand up for the truth, whatever you find. They're testing out a lie to see if it applies. They've already sold us what we didn't want to buy. So they're trying out another one, a lot like the other one. They're testing out a lie to see if it applies. Yeah. They're testing out a lie. All right, yeah. Yeah, when the dirty deeds all seem to be true, they'll turn on each other as dogs will do. And the time has come for the changing of the guards. Who will be ready? 'Cause the work is hard. Hard, 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 hard. They're testing out a lie to see if it applies. They've already sold us what we didn't want to buy. And so they're trying out another one, a lot like the other one. They're testing out a lie to see if it applies. They're testing out a lie. Testing out a lie, yeah. See if it applies. They're testing out a lie. They're testing out a lie, yeah. To see if it applies. They're testing out a lie. Yeah, that's what it is now.
And that's all the time that we have for you tonight, folks. Be sure to support local artists like the folks you've seen here tonight. See you next time on Late Night Saturday. Good night.
So long ago, when you went to school and you learned from your teacher about the golden rule, that every word word you say, everything you do, like a boomerang, it's coming back to you. And in the month of June, on a summer day, you were touched by his word.